Welcome to the Sarah Scoop Show. It's time to get the scoop with Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah Hamilton. I am an author, an actress, and a filmmaker. I just recently graduated Loyola Marymount University for college, and now I'm just out making dreams come true. And I started up a web series. I have several books in the works. I've kind of gotten into music a little bit recently, and just really excited about creating and being able to share and inspire others. I've always really loved storytelling, and I had grown up in New York. I'm actually currently here at the moment, visiting, just being with my family during this weird time. But I started off just really loving to create stories, especially through writing. And, as I got a little bit older, I was getting really into photography, and I found my way into filmmaking through the process. And then being able to write up scripts and then film with friends was something I did a lot during high school, which got me into this idea of, this is something I really love to do. So I decided to attend college out at LMU. So that was based in LA, which was a huge move for me. I didn't ever think I was going to actually move out like that. But it was probably like the best, most difficult decision I've ever made, because since then I've been able to create a lot of cool projects. I've been able to have a lot of cool opportunities, like right in the heart of entertainment. And it's been a lot of fun too, which is really cool. But yeah, I've really been excited about that. It's really cool. I love it. It's definitely one of those places that it's just, there's so much going on all the time. And I wasn't always used to having so much going on all the time. So it's been very overwhelming, but it's also been amazing. Like just being able to kind of do whatever you want to do and being surrounded by so many creative people and having so many opportunities there. It's amazing. The weather's always perfect too, which also helps. But it's a lot of fun. And when I first moved out, actually, I just decided, I'm going to keep track of everything that goes on. So I started up my YouTube channel to just do like weekly vlogs of, hey, this is what life is like in LA. And I didn't really think that I was going to keep doing it as long as I have. But it's really cool to just be able to look back and see like all the ups and downs and the in-betweens and all the different opportunities that have come up over the time. That was cool. By far, that was probably one of my favorite projects so far. I have a lot for many different reasons, but that one especially because I saw an audition for it just like listed, and I just said, okay, I'll submit for it. I'm probably, I don't know, like I know I'm told I look younger, but I am older, so I wasn't sure like if it was going to be a good fit or anything. But I was like, yeah, I'll go. And I'd get there, and at the time that I was auditioning, they were auditioning for both like my role and then like the younger role. And it was funny though, because I didn't realize that, and I was just definitely the oldest person in the room, and it was just very, very weird of, okay, I don't know how I got here, but I'm here. But then it was a lot of fun, and then they like told me about it about probably a few days to a week after I had originally auditioned. They're like, yeah, so we want you to be a part of this. And I was just thrilled. Like it was the most exciting thing. I really got the whole process from having a day for a wardrobe and being able to go in. I got my hair dyed pink, which was its own party, which was really cool. And then I had the day for filming. And then after that, go in to do voiceover to just like fits up some of the audio, which was just so cool all the way through. Definitely one of the coolest weeks ever. And yeah, I definitely hope that someday I could go back. There's been so many. I think, yeah, I mean, every project's so cool in its own way. And a lot of what I'd been doing during school was very focused on like just being in school. So there's only so much I could do acting wise. But during that time, I was making my own projects. Like I said, I have the LA Mermaids web series, which I'm slowly getting through season 2, but it is happening. I've been able to actually, with my friend Ava, who hosts her on the spot interviews, I've been able to go to a bunch of different red carpet events and be filming for those, which has been so cool because all of a sudden I'm like, I don't know how I got into this world, but this is really, really awesome. So that's been a lot of cool experiences. Just like there's been a bunch of really cool opportunities throughout. Actually, one of those interviews the first year actually led to being on set to do like background and behind the scenes work for the movie High Star and Free Dance, which is now on Netflix. So everyone should go watch it. And just being a part of that whole like process, especially from seeing the first movie and doing press for that, and then kind of just oversee the whole process for the second one, that was crazy cool. So every project's super memorable and a lot of fun. have. I think at first it was definitely this overwhelming sense of not so much, oh my gosh, it's them. It's more like, how am I here? Like, how am I in this room right now? It's been that for quite some time. But it's really neat because after a while, you start recognizing the same faces and then they start recognizing you, which gets weird in itself. And even just being able to be on projects with people that I see, I'd be like, oh, that's really cool. And just throughout, it's just one of those really surreal things. But like, we're all artists, we're all creative, and we're all just trying to like follow our dreams. So it's like finding that catch is just unbelievable. And I've also been on a lot of sets and projects too that I just were like so excited to be working with cool people. Ellie Mermaids is about a group of mermaids who come to land, and there's a bunch of drama, there's a bunch of secrets that get unraveled, and there's a lot of tension between the Aquanians, who are the mermaids, and the humans who are living among us in LA. So there's a lot of backstory, and the first season kind of just happened where I was pretty much finishing up my junior year of college, and I knew I was going to stay over that particular summer, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to text the group chat of everybody who's helped me on my junior thesis film and see who wants to be a part of this, where's the interest, does anyone care, like, let's find out. And I actually got a pretty good response. People wanted to not only be a part of it, but like help create it and all this stuff, and I was just like, okay, cool, this is happening. So no expectations whatsoever. I just wanted to have a fun little summer thing, and I've always loved mermaids and mermaid shows like H2O and Aquamarine, and I'm like, there aren't enough of them. So this was my opportunity to create something, and I knew there's a lot of people who like to watch that. So that's what I ended up doing, and it was a lot of work. It still is a lot of work. It's been an entire journey of trying to come up with what works and writing it around people and having schedules all over the place and a lot of that. But it's been a lot of fun, and just being on set, like we all have a great time. I'm constantly changing around what's going on to fit like what works for each person. But it's been really cool. And now I'm finalizing the second season, which should have a lot more backstory, because the first season's more like just introducing the characters and the worlds and try to get that out there that this is what's going on. And then there's a lot of backstory in season 2, so pretty excited. Still have a little bit of filming left. I'm actually writing in different scenes now just as I have the time to, and then hopefully that should be up towards the end of this year. Super hoping for that. But yeah, very excited for season 2. Lots of cool little twists and turns and more magic. And mermaids, of course. And that was one of the coolest things too, is like with that, I knew, okay, if I'm creating a mermaid show, how am I going to actually have mermaids? So I reached out to a bunch of different companies online. I just sent out a ton of emails being like, hey, I'm creating a show. If you want to help send a couple tales, that would be great. And one actually did. They're like, yeah, we'll send you a couple of tales, just like don't use anybody else's and help promote. So I was like, yeah, definitely, no problem. And it's been so much fun. I've been swimming around in like a pool by my apartment, like straight up just in a mermaid tail, which actually brought in a magazine cover within the same time frame of releasing the first season. And it was the wildest thing. I was just like chilling in this cool pool, swimming around in a mermaid tail. And then like I would be walking like through like Whole Foods or something one day, and it was just like a magazine with like me as a mermaid on the cover. So I don't know how that happened, but okay. So yeah, definitely making dreams come true. And it's always been a way to get like other actors and other just friends who are involved with film, just more opportunities and more cool credits. And it's a lot of fun on set too. So yeah, keeping the mermaid spirit alive. Dreamcatcher was my senior thesis film at LMU. It ended up being selected as a semifinalist at the Burbank Film Festival just last summer, like a little bit after it was made, which was awesome because like there's this whole, like there was a carpet. I actually walked my first carpet on that, like officially walked it, which was cool. And yeah, they actually screened it at the AMC in Burbank, which was amazing. And I got to go, and I was with my brother, and he actually flew out to be a part of that too. So it was super cool. But the film itself was actually just my like senior thesis project, which was a lot of work. Definitely very overwhelming because most just as in production, but because I love acting, I wanted to still act in it. But that's like huge feat. Like most people do not do that. They usually bring in different actors and go through the auditioning process. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to see which of my friends are available, who fits what role, and then just try to create something that really kind of summarizes the whole LMU college experience, but also like who I am as a storyteller, and very meta as I could get it. So that's what I did. And it turned out really cool. I ended up being able to collaborate with a lot of amazing people. I even created an original song, which was terrifying, but that was really fun and got me more into music. And it's just been really amazing to just have that and be able to put that out because it's such like a cool representation of where I was at life in that moment and be able to inspire everybody. It doesn't matter like if you feel like you're too young or too old or too this or that or your location, whatever it is, like if you have a dream, just go for it because it can and will happen as long as you keep going for it and to give just everything you can to make it happen. It's pretty much that. Yeah, definitely. Just figure out what you want to do. And if you don't know, that's okay. Just try as much as you can. Keep creating, keep believing in yourself, and know that if you just keep on going, there are opportunities for you. Definitely create opportunities for yourself as you go along because those are very valuable. But have fun, enjoy it because it's definitely one of those things of it is about the journey and the process because it's so rewarding all the way through. So just keep on going. And when you do, just give it as much as you can and know that every step is a step in the right direction. Like I said, I started off always loving just stories in general. I love reading and writing, and the writing actually kind of led to this idea of, oh, it'd be so cool to just like write and publish a book. And then when I found out about another author through like American Girl magazine or something back when I was in like elementary school, I found out that someone had published a book when they were like 8 years old. And I thought that was the coolest thing because it's one of those situations where I remember everyone would ask like, oh, what do you want to be when you're older? I'd be like, oh, it'd be really cool to be a writer or whatever I said at the time. I don't know. It's changed around. But it was kind of neat to be like, why wait? Like there are opportunities out there. So it took a while. It took a couple different book ideas over time. But by the senior year of my high school experience, I actually did get a book together and ended up just self-publishing it through my own production company, which we ended up setting up for that. Which allowed for a lot of cool control over like the design. Like I designed the cover and made sure that the font was the right font and like every little detail imaginable. I really got just like have every control over the process. But it turned out pretty cool, and being able to write and tell a story and have that sort of control to get out there and set up like book events and things like that have been amazing. And I published my second book, which is more of like a mystery thriller novel. They're both young adult. And then that one came out the following year, like towards the end of my college year, for the first year out. And that was really neat. And I have been writing since then. I do have the second of the first trilogy set up. But yeah, college got crazy busy and filmmaking is a lot. So I've been working on it, but it's been a bit of a slower process. But yeah, I just love writing. I've written stuff on Wattpad. I've just constantly found different ways, whether it's through blogging or through books, to just get cool stories out. And especially throughout school, a lot of my writing is now turning more into scripts. So now there's a lot more scripted content that is also produced and either put on YouTube or just used for festivals or things like that.
Thank you for watching The Sarah Scoop Show. Head to sarahscoop.com for more. Thank you for watching The Sarah Scoop Show. Head to sarahscoop.com for more.